akansie na ne titru ni se enye mre kra ema obi a enye mre ema obi a bibi esi wo fa pen Ghana yedi
eyi mo de prapra kwan ye beba nkomo no so ma me nko Professor Edward Brenya ho prof ma wajo prof ho ha
yo doc me jo so ebru
anojo ide ma se wo bre fa cheme na mum ne ekoso wa America won afi aseto aba ne ekoso yi uhu ne den wa adwene kire wo den kan bibi kire me ne mfamfi ase na fe nkomon yen atre mu den na wa adwene kire wo
den yo doc me jo so na me chia yenuanom a sabe o da ba se ye medisa nkomai na machia wadwumayefo ene wahwefo ne wachiefo nyina na se be ya chiefo ne ahwefo no o madwun betima dan opa no se prof edikai kan se ye fa American about we ya ene Ghana de no bobra kakra na bra ebone se Ghana se ye koto aba enam se ye the popular vote no ena yi omampeni obedi nkunim na America de no entisa America is based on the electoral vote no enti no uhu ne se ye koto aba wa America ya na emprepi no ya na baby a ona otu franka no watakoye campaign bebre na say state etachi omudin no ya na eswa afiwe abato no ayakoye state enso na ni nyina gina the electoral vote near can America total electoral vote near 538 na 538 no omampani a obetima nyam 270 ene ka se ya no win nti no ebetima ba se ube win popular vote no na nso electoral vote no na wakwa kolusu ye hu be pen 2016 ABC Democrats win the popular vote, but in the end they did not win the presidency. Now saying Osha America almost states are blue wall states are among the Democrats in India. When I states were Republican, they are electoral vote and say states na Democrats for the electoral vote how can you 226. Baby so I save for Republicans no. Almost our electoral vote 219. I fear about 2024 about one. 7 states. Total electoral vote here 93. And no, akwa say about 20 nyina akwa jina almost. 7 states no, 7 states be Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, North Carolina, Michigan, and Nevada. Obia wo the electoral voter. So me find say the Pennsylvania for instance it was 19. Nevada the it was 6. Now electoral vote here mostly in the America for no first so the Chinese say omo nipa dodo a who state no wo. So for instance we come be say California total population is about 39 million. In total of 54 electoral votes. And state also Vermont. The total population is 690,000. And the electoral vote, 3. And the sank of 4 way, like say, America for 2 aba, omu 2 aba mom. Na mu 2 aba mom a, omu no akwa jina America mem, akwa ye the oya mampeni. Na offer all the states, with the exception of Nebraska, any Maine. Nebraska there, the number of congressional seats, Ghana have because a parliamentary seats no, dodua ubenyano parties ni benyano, and then almost vote no. We is a state if we were all the other states no. So when you winning the popular vote in the state, automatically the total electoral vote now ya the amount. na you can't swing states here. And I'm
going to ask him 1 minute. Mesa ba ho.
And you're constant.
Baby, I would udi jina ho. Meba ho. My men call Dr. Santo. Na fe munya mo 1-1 and if he will be bueni. But I am there say we started setting the tone. But meba ho. Ndi wudi sum kakra bi. Yo, my men call free no so na men call Dr. Santo. Doc, Dr. Sante.
Doc, name.
Yeah.
Aminia. Watch out, Winka.
Winka. I need to find some yetia near course America. Mawu initial remarks. Ne film common in Fiasi. Initial remarks. Uhunedeng near Kui. Is the value the same, Trump or Harris? Is the value the same? Initial remarks. Ne Fiamra.
Yo, was Maminchia with you for the or chef when you name you may. MSA. Juma di no ne unfortunately yeah check a car I assess I think I'm say America the largest democracy in the world so either say Democrat for continuity and I say Republican for a change so far no sure issues are agitated the minds of the electorate. And the campaign itself, say more of immigration issues, the economy, taxes, foreign policy, because America, your mind be not in terms of say elections, but in terms of the way and manner run the affairs of the country, their foreign relations near the end, they are a formidable state or country to reckon with. And, at this point in time, we just have to wait for a little and see and find out exactly what is likely to transpire. I think Prof was given the nitty-gritty of the structure of the elections, the electoral colleges, and so on and so forth. I think probably when we go deeper into the discussion now, maybe he may want to continue on that tangent. But at this point in time, Mr. Ghana for so we are much eager to know exactly how Sania and Tokano ever qualify in terms of the elections. And believe you me, Enche, I want to have a new year, Enche, burn up on maybe ever qualify. But to say, we see, HSN, MPP for me, HSN, this, I mean, those things are just superstitious, believe, and they are not scientific. And in the media, they may understand, so far so good. Unfortunately, 2 attempts have been made on the life of Benjamin Trump, and I think it was not worth it. The more to me, beefy up the security because that would have been a blight in the democracy of the United States, and to have been very bad. It would have been very, very bad. And so far they've been able to manage up to this point. And they want to count the vote in a very quick flash manner so that it will be determined. So in the media they met in the beginning and no.
Watch wadwene afi yemra nkomo nankasa so you Dr. Nzakwe yerba hobio wo hwe yem question yere to one o 2024 US election Trump or Harris is the value the same say ni pay a wugina ama won ato aba ma won wa America yi Trump ene yem mama Kamala Harris so what to aba ma won nsakra bi beba nia ekoso wa America ni America fugedi nia wodi adwuma no sa bibia ekoso wo Biden abangi mu Kamala ka ho non se wotoma Kamala ana se wotoma Trump so bibi besesa
bibi besesa
dan na besesa
nima bibi yanka is Kamala Nakasano on a Biden deputy, on a vice president. And or so our papa must say on a vice president. Now so I'm they say on near be free neka, on near be president or be any may be different.
Then no be any different.
For example, one of my examples be also economy no obehwe na asetem ayemre okakra ama amanfo ojitu se nyememu prices ekosro grocery prices nyema what to shop money ade na ekosro ndo ojitu mu also ebeba firm afi so wasa ashebo say abortion na nyeme bi America fo eye issue for one voting no ono obe okwa obefa so on fa Trump be a Trump gina no enye ha na ogina enti nyeme pi be different wo America ho am America for ankasa obi apese ababo na yeye ma America for now so wo akwa different obi a che se won fa so man yi ebi na maka no about foreign affairs nso a they very different kra Trump a che se ono se no opelime pi different. For example, so example Trump akasa no se oba power na enche kra ahoho a wan ba America wan fa mra kwanso ama no obepam nyina Trump aka no pain so obepam ahoho a wan fa kwan papa so ama nyina Trump aka no pain so say otamfo no mfi abonten na wo atamfo a wo America hodo ma oba on won bidi enti no value no it not be the same. Obia with different approach, Obia with different objectives, Obia with different priorities, different emphasis. And they say Obia when you often teach you, Obia when you die aye here sen. Enti okwen bia so no, ye mare yen sen ya esite no, sen bebem. Na eba yen amano nso a foreign policy nso a ye me pi besesa. For example, Trump aka no pempen says on over power sa America mwa wodema Ukraine no on over obesan adwe ho bio on die chi pempen sa
Asempa nyo kan asempa
ejinase na wo si hwe no sofa ono ase onam kwan bi su a asomdwe beba kwanko no on kireye but ono se on so akode nkoma Ukraine for keke sanya wore ye nesisia no na sanya be ya kono be jane de on kireye interne say ye bibia waka Israel say Trump the Israel for echi papa a ohim kra Palestine for no na nsema wo Canada Trump ofanye bibia with Israel echi pinting okwe koso wa Gaza then the Trump ofano nya asem kasibia enti eba foreign affairs and I say I'm an honest system so I best Trump also edikan ka say under the upper power make America great again and they say as I say America can say ye ne botai si nanim and ye we are asumdwe then a man for one sem na sem na sim to ne say be America for be nya hojo na wan say your man kasibio enti value ne dey enye the same okwan bia so na besesa
na so esesa eyade a ebabu America fo wo hwe niam okay to say foreign policy esesa so menem eja wo na kire yen foreign policy ho niam na foreign policy esesa wo America ebabu America fo se Trump ba no besesa niam ne bebre kosuru bi a wo hwe ebabu awon
se Trump bo se Harris bo obia chese obesesa niema though Trump no chese obesesa no bebre asensania obano sika fade na mo se bebu America fa na mu America for de se wonya sesa na na yebehu yentimi kan sesia na mo obia chese sesa no bebu America for na ya America for nko obia so chese bebu yesi afane nyina na so no kware ne se emano sa adibia sia ebua binum sin binum edima binum endima binum so na nyema Trump aka na bi wo no ma ema yen Ghana for example yen kometu ebi se waka se immigration oba obepama hoho a wo America wan ko yiye nyina ebi fu bebre ka ho intene se eye osuro se me ebi fu bebre because enye wonyi people ye correct waka so ba ene ya adis na mbako na sebe bu America fa na mbu awon ene de edusu a na yebi
maybe sasa asemu if say ye ntwa ngani nhwe Ukraine Russia Ukraine America the one who has mu pa ebasa America say Trump winni no say men Ukraine mean sa ko den ko ma won na ho niama ni nsunsuan so de edebeba na wunye ni say ebe ha wiase ana be ha Africa
ebe one award the Ukraine nyina patch say yes ebe ha wiase because wa patch say near Russia re no ye SCD or Russia re po keke enti say one Russia kwana Russia di nkunima obekọ soja at the same at the corner kwaya man foforo enti one award the Ukraine de near what can say ebe ha wiase na so bi so say we just asem na sa akonde na kometu na bombe na basabasa koso nyina no eto bebe wi na se wo jana yama wan akodi bia bia ebe ma asumje kasa no akoso yiyi enti again wuntumi ndine chin ka se ye anase ye esia na ibi so ebesi aye na fa but ebi mpi suro se Trump ba na se akodi a America sua ma Ukraine bebre sa no won pa na wugina Ukraine for nechi so wo fi ope Ukraine wo be chewo wo fi ope Russia for be Ukraine for so e be frustration say e basa enye Ukraine pe e na sebi nini be guase wo be bono na mo me be Russia enya ahoden akọ amanfo froso esisi obia na wo fere say no yiye ma democracy and as a common bi kabina min kabia abambu no wo fere say yiye ma no
wo hwe sankomo ya ye ken a UN bibi besesa wo ho ana
UN de se obanu nyao se bema no nyo nya ebesesa no ebia nye kesi bi if say won nyina ka se what UN echi won nyina ka se won UN won nyina se but won nyina pe se UN no e more effective and I say to me na adwuma yiye na Trump aka se no de oba ne ohwe no first ne America ka se ye nti no kire se feku bo na UN na den enye ne priority America ka se ye na enye ne priority nti se ebasa na se ode ne ye adwuma dia UN will be less powerful so say UN no for example Russia yekoso wo Ukraine yekoso wo Gaza UN ntumi ye ho bibi wa bo modern anso enyeyi wakasa anso enyeyi enti se America dey ankoyi ya ebema emu aye the more ama UN no ene ade a eye hu ba me nyina eba so na ye bi hu se ebesi aye
na UN niema ye den ma won as ene se na ebekun ati awiase nyina
already na fiase kuti awiase nyina ebia ne climate change ebia ne weather some ekoso wiase se ye na ye ameni na ye bebi bom na ye de kuti asa ne maniema no enwim a sakra basabasa ye ntia se ni na afi abrabo a ye bo ni na afi nsu a ye se no ni na afi nyema ye ye ne yiye UN naka nso ama ye ntumi nsesa enti se eba se tumi sesa wa America na se nyo bebe bia ntumi anya bi pepa afamu dia ebe kan wiase nyina ene na ema America elections no ema obia di echi no because ye be si wo no bia no wiase afa na nyina e kan obia enye nyina na ebe to aba no but susan so no de America yes kese search say ye be si wo no no ebe kan ye nyina
me question am be twa to democracy enam wiase eye ododo amemu no obia no oberema ni dia ye be hu ne dan nsakra beba ho
ni ani papi ikane se Trump no wonyina ka se wo pe democracy America constitution no kire se bibia ko democracy ododo abembo no so na mom ni ye nyema bi ne Trump aye no me binim suro se ono ba democracy no emwa papa nya wa ni bi ne se bra olusi ekwe twato no nyema bi course on 6 January bra olusi elections no next difo no call one parliament call attacking crofo na democracy mo no wanya desa won fa kona we yes e bi nso suro so se democracy mo nso no ni SSA o kire ni a odi nkonim ni electoral commission nti bi nso se Trump ana se Obano and Tony Boise. Now one children your wedding queen and your wedding kugu. Now so wow so bo Sabran semi and then win near and mass dream back. Anti democracy in a day, no quietness say one constitution mahokwan mawan yard fufro. But they will say Trump Berson about Trump say and sema democracy be the miakakra. But on also say entesa no the democracy di na oba obema democracy akoso pepepe. Enti say ya to no carry you into menchire.
Yo. Professor Noti. Model statistics yi muni niam ko any modeling na ho niam America se na wo hwe se na media no eye won adwuma won analysis na wo hwe aden na won modeling any won sa niam dan na ma ama wotumi model niam na ayakoyi pa ma won na wotumi hu ade na wo se eben pa bikura dia o na ye pin o de toto nya ye wa hana den na de ama won sa age no
o sha omo polling no omo niama konkan sing yen before Ghana anti dia omo use omo de be ye polling no yeah, a conquering pa.
Ebini then.
Ebini some of the methodologies that they use.
Akwanga wanamso.
Omunamso. Yeah, eshushemunu. Afensu abrofudi. Some of them are more straightforward in coming out with who they support and why. Uba bibi former. Yen sheda nyesa because ebia wo ojina baby fufro but esan say wo didi wo baby nti ontimi nka say oh me we afa ana say me we afa but omo ho de omo timi yen sa enti enu odi tutu ho a omo wenu ekoye pa na osha analysis pollings ni nyina aye no many ede chi kakra
yo
enti ohwe swing states na
yo
usually omudi ye we na anka almost 7 swing states but currently no aye 10 aye 10 mami bubo summa
yo bubo
Arizona
yo
Georgia
yo
Virginia
okay
Colorado
yeah.
Florida.
Okay.
Iowa. Nevada. New Hampshire. And North Carolina. And in Ohio. Miamia ya mabuboy. When polls are omaye nyina say it is too close to call. Ebia Kamala Abenya best 48%.
Who can say too close to call? One with you and which last then?
Too close to call and say a bit more bia bet me afa.
Yeah.
And yet so clear.
Yo.
Emunda ho kra. Enti Usha modern but was these swing states would tell a lot about the popular votes, how they are going to get, and in addition, the electoral states. The electoral states. Usha, electoral states, leanings no say Democrats no more electoral states favoring them than the Republicans. However, because of the swing nature of some of the states, no, and that is why people are scared about who will win.
Yo, what's America? One models are what you do, a bit complex. Abrajun into assess kakra. Yo, na den pana what to me dia Emma to make a cabo mayenya say a models na say a well planned your friend and system are in place and then because okay America you know one system no kura chira kura say election management body pa central one kura bi areas de na nekeka bom no nti one systems no but one calculations no aya then na account for that
am say hono they have the architecture omaye bibia say at the local level or the electoral level no they can even determine everything and yes echo the electoral body no oh enti omo achichemu enti sana omo ye no but oba ye hade na it's not like that just ya come bibia bom ewo head office and sana yisi betimi ahu say na ekono and answer say na ekono enti systems na omo build your systems no is not too robust ema sa niama no
wodi wani di achi no misa wodi wani di achi no wo hwa places bang na hu say even though you get to say yenkwa anim bebreye but wo hwa hefa na you start ye hu say obi adikan wo baabi is there bibi Chrosa, is there anything that points to that effect?
Usha polls na omaye nina they say Usha baby to say Arizona say Trump is leading by almost 70%. And say ye kind we no na say onya below 70%. Georgia Ansu or leading by 63%. And the Usha Samia Mai who expected say Trump to me winning. But on to me nya senior yabu bono, then you can make an inference. Say, oh, we were expecting say ni modern bono beko kind say ebe say but antimi amba sa Usha ni sana ubetimi aye inference say oh and the ebia all lose sana uba Democrats or nansa baby omo winning wo no any percentage votes are omunya say omanya ni sa over several of the electoral states or colleges ubetimi hu say enkoye ma
my question last one so we share send away your one calculations no when na America me say what kwabonten ko pick data and say some survey and say what data bia one manipulating using models on what is an manana
omo use a combination of both
okay
omo use data
okay
and some say omo kwabonten so and it is a continuous process on say data collection there and it might not be too much of a challenge for them for those posters there because most of them omenya funding aye sa adeno but uba omamu higher it's a bit difficult say ubenya obi award nisika to support such an agenda.
Yo, Professor, not my last question. Never me jaw never me ko baby for. Aya, why election was say exit poll. Here. Americans the last election why exit poll. Asum faso ne den wo se wore ye ukwa election na when exit poll den na be ye. Mo ye statistics exit poll asum faso ne den.
Yeah.
Wabatum.
Exit poll no omo to me use no to counter check polls are omaye. Oh, anti ebia why say Arizona say na ebekono. Anti say we exit poll no na say
SSA
no mo say ebia uwe na anko yi.
Okay.
But and then it share pepe no one who say oh and the me bubo no saa na ebe kono.
Okay. Ni medase Professor Notim mamenko Dr. Machin wo. Dr. Machin bacho wo so. Yo. Dr. Machin bacho wo temenka ma efe yeba yerehwe you eto da bia wo hwe won yeman a wotumi kirekire wo se bi blue state e bi strong state wo strongholds e bi nso ye ayi wo friend den other state mpacho kirekire sa de mu blue state e den na ye strongholds wo se baby ye toss up ne ho ne ma kika bibi kire na tiefo ne ahwefo no wonje na fi yemfa questions ni mi mra ho.
Okay, Midasi. Republicans and Democrats, more colors are, more traditional colors are, the general Homa Yukon. And you know, say, more share states now. But be you find say Republicans, more color no red. But be womunya manu bibri if you know, dominating no red state. Likely so won't be winning, and I say more winning over the period. In Yanko Abano Crown, in himself, over Ghana, Ashanti region, the party will be winning this region there. You know, normally, I'm a blue state for the Democratic Party. Normally, I don't know, I'm a red state for the Republican Party. Yeah, the bear to Brofocasa strongholds, no. Nti baby party we no na ho din wo bebre pa no no mo di colors no agina ho na feel so o mo san so yes ade na blue state di all right but na obo say o mo dot red bebre wo and so chair say yes party we dominant wo South state no and so mia bi wo ho no mo a o mo nto aba ma party. And generally, colors no, only the Homa party now who din our state.
America politics ma aya na efede eyaburu yen so esane se ubisa wo hu se ahaye yekoto abe yi president na yato aba ma MPs kirekire yen se ne woto aba wa America fa kakra yo mfa yen kwa chi bebre animu ya abobọ so woto a ne a woreto abai hefo nereto na hina na woreto aman wofuwa na worekwa he yi fa yenko ba bi kakra bi na fe yentu aso.
Okay, omoto aba oman empanifo no enyina omo eyo mra sebadwafo no omoto aba womo uyi said a daho plane yina nim na omampani akunwa no eno na sisi ya na edimu a epie din nipa nyina ani edi akiri but almost anso wo mo senators no omoto abai ombeto ama omampani omo ayigina na omo yi America mampani no masan ayi sas ay senators no so.
We yini na breben ena hifu neyi president no yewu efize okenkan won yama na yenti asene se enye wonyina neyi president no na emom nipa bi neyi president hifu neyi president no
enanka posabenya ehase no awu se omo eyi generally popular voting. But say na prosabenya no on the basis of the size of states no omo assign achiche the values of the votes. The specifics no meaning no say the prosabenya no. But generally
Dr. na me fe ntwam na me wi a ba wo hwe say na democracy ekwi ene ho niama sa leaders ayewe a wode won agina we Trump ne ho niama wo mu hina na wogidi so obetua democracy akwanto no so we wiase because when we say democracy wo hwe Africa ha eyaba form the West Africa democracy with problems na wo hwe even general Africa any other places democracy ameniunim Huntington no more can say is the only game in town no sa nipa benu wo mu hina no ba obe strengthening democracy wutie won kasa won akekenya wo mu hina no be strengthening democracy all over the world obi wo ho a wanhwe ni a so nu no dia democracy be form ana ka bibi kire
kwambi so yehu Donald Trump pen wabetena akonya no mu mfie 9 ana kwambi so Harris ono so kwambi so yehu ni da ono ankasa ene Joe Biden pray nti oyinani so ade hunu egu ho ansana achi no Joe Biden fa no eka no ho ana samre so a osan ejina no ono so akansem dodo no United States of America agia tun se kamam kabia mamu a ewo wiase nyina no omo na omo agi asi omo na so na ekwan bi so omo san de omo sika edi akiri dodo no enu ntino ye ka no dodo afam ebetumi aka se omo mienu nyina no omo ntwe omo ho mfiri sanhihye dindindin nanzo se de na prof we ka no ene Dr. Ansako yi so e ka no setie bia no nsakyrae ewo omo mienu entem so sha Donald Trump one enya nkoto abai NATO omo ho keka omo kakra NATO nyina no ejina kabam kabia mamu a emufo no akeka wo mo ho abom ede aye eku a omo de bo omo aman ho ban eno ntino se NATO no ahoden a dodo no anu titru omo sikasem no ejina America force no eba form a ekwan bi so it will be weakening democracy around the world. Nti say de no eye enyina so akasa ekwan bi so etimi akasa Donald Trump presidency ebe weaken democracies around the world because obi a why fixated on United States of America ekwan bi so onye ntu se America sika omde ye niema bebre in fact mfie na ya odi kan ba no o share ema countries na no omo wona to mu ebi ede sika dodo bi ebebo anato nu for the first time nti eno ye one and two o share once again ojidi say I was say American industries and especially automobile industries. He was very particular with the Michigan state and how our automobile industries I was say omo emium na omo support to omo timi compete. There is a way America using its economy encourage countries be ama omo even including China. America is courting China to open up, and through that, America be the market. Ama China ajuma bebre. And using the economic factor to encourage democracies around the world. Usha, Donald Trump was blunt. So I say American taxpayers' money. You cost support to automobile industry biana any America ho. Now or share how through that policy American taxpayers' money they best support to automobile production in the United States are creating jobs there. Abasa pe so America's leadership around the world in promoting democracy no. Eba from area higher baby mamino Madam Harris, or the very opposite of Donald Trump. Until you shut sir and Tiasie at the same time, then what me can say, the Democratic Party's leadership about promoting democracy around the world. Donald Trump will not do it, at the same level. Hello.
Obi ye na de woni krom. Aden net say yen ayewo Africa, Ghana. Ese how yen. Lessons ben ye betima pick afiade.
Lessons in the bebre. Ade ba ko ni say one. Oman bia here stability. Say oman no hihye bigina na oman na timi adi ni dwuma na oman nkoso eno so atimi akoso. And you can say amama ya obi asi nyina kambo international state system. Do your man bia opu dwuma ekoso obabi. Wani na ho so kra efawo. Say America man ejina na America man sikasem ejina epushi ewiase amama nyina o musikasem nso enu ntino democracy in America 1 say emu ebie and then 2 why na edi animu ntiase ben e no di edi animu esan say amama nyina no eye connected one to the other in a systemic fashion. And semi when intimi nkan nyina twi papa the santino bibi e koso America no yet Ghana ha yempo yentimi enkase emfire ho ahu se enyanwa se na nsen ya the US Secretary of State but no betu ye Ghana ye nhihye ya ye eye adwuma wa hanu if you say wo so nim say democracy no ekoso ewo wiase amama emu a ema ewiase emu edwo omugidi say historically two democracies hesitate before engaging one another in any conflict. Almost historically. And you know, entiasia wo ho America for entiasia omudi ewura amamamu concerning kabam kabi amamu nhihye mu. So we are say my mind do no edi kabam kabi amamu eye adwuma entiasia ni say enkoso ebeba owiasim asumdwe ebeba owiasim enti yes yeti emamu de Ghana yeti enso yentimi nka say America how America for nkwan dia
Mababa sra obi o prof yereba ye nkomo no so ufi bibi ase na wo de ye nantew abato no wo saate se wo ka ho asem e prof ayi obi bekese o se wo kwa America enye nyina na yeto woto abawo wotu fi baabi na wo de akọ na watu aso edi baabi prof ufi ase na bomodin fayen hyenmu hefu na edi kan to aba na edi kan na wo fi hɔ a hefu na to aso ene he na fe yato ankomo no so
yo said na me chiremu no America about no obi atubi obi a emrama no kwan se oto aba no otubi na emom no mato awie no kwan e fa so yi omampani no ena yensakra ewu said me chire no nipa dodo a omoto aba yi omampani no ye 538 omo no the electors and those are called the electoral vote na states bia no and it dates back to omo akon civil war no. After the civil war no omo form union no na omo pese omo hu say state obi state ni nyina be kan bomu ni ntino omo create ni omo mienu. One was the Senate. State bia e will vote back in the Senate. Every state has one senator. Then they have the Congress, the House of Representatives now, based on the district. And therefore, the votes are counted based on precinct. In the state, you when you pay a woman now, you check the electoral vote, you know. Now, I'm so starting blue wall state and then red wall state. Blue wall state and then red wall state, you know. You have two abani we are, say them chill muno. State be or the not to not say win popular vote, you know. Electoral vote on you know the mount. State me no pet and then yes, you know, Maine and in Nebraska. Check according to the percentage of you know, House of Representatives for Mubenya. Others ni na omunya Winnipeg no mdini na amount. Maine and your friends say Nebraska only and omunya Sadian. Na oba a freeway. And the one other thing is why when we talk about swing state, you need static swing state. You need say be American, you know, I would say swing state in the say there be every election be a swing state. Now swing state, you know, every they see from previous election. So for instance, over to say your friend say Georgia was a red state. For 60 years, no, Georgia was a red state. You know, Joe Biden within 2020. Because Joe Biden winning and international say Democrats bet me winning, Republicans bet me winning, it become a swing state. The same to Arizona. Arizona for several years from 1996 and American winning. And 2020 Joe Biden winning. So Arizona has become a swing state. And in Yenisa area was static swing state. 2024 about to a year or two. There are only 7 states swing states. 2016 was different. 2020 no more 6 states, but 2024 there are only 7, and the 7 here: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, North Carolina, Michigan, and Nevada. About to a year or two. So, sir, Udi about to say this were the states now Donald Trump and Kamala no moko, because and now I'm say or in a Republican it mean winning pen na Democrats so it mean win a bit more baby. Now the only thing say West Virginia, for instance. West Virginia is a red state. And you know, how did you get any presidential candidate going there to vote, to campaign? Ohio used to be a swing state in 2016. Ohio is no more. Ohio is now a red state. And you don't hear that they were going to those states because they think it is safe for the Republicans.
Swing state, you know, SSA brano. Enya de ejina ho. Nti bibi wo ha. State A ye swinga. Afefoforo no ebe sesa yewu. Mbacha otu awasam so.
Doc, sa pepe na the identity san say ya to aba no me fan say aba ya to 2020 no. Na say me fan say ofa a state like Pennsylvania. Trump won the state in 2016. But 2020, Joe Biden winning because Joe Biden won the won. And then I'm so many winning paying into no. Won't mean can say a blue wall state and I say a red wall state. The same thing about Arizona. Arizona for several years, Clinton winning in 1996, and Joe Biden winning in 2020. Every other time, the Republicans they winning. So that makes it a swing state. And I think there's also another state that Donald Trump was able to win. That is Georgia. No, Michigan. Donald Trump won it in 2016. So therefore, now Amana Koya said, so when we need our bit winning, and that is how they come out with the swing state. So this election and soon and all of them have their electoral votes. Pennsylvania, for instance, has 19.
And now your friend the battleground.
States, yeah, the issues.
And I said toss up the battleground. And I toss up anyway.
Yes, the toss up states no. Toss up any swing states no. So this year the total number of electoral votes in the toss up states no 93. And this 93 is controlled by this 7 in states now. Maybe boss we. I'm wondering what that who are the
swing states and the battlegrounds and now say the toss up no. Yo.
Yes, that is the battleground state. Exactly. I want a battleground because I want a year say be you bet me winning the votes there. But what am I say?
My mimi saw I your friend then was about to the electoral college votes and hu hia pa ubetime nya popular vote na mom wanya electoral college vote na wouldn't mean ni aba no prof chirechire mu kakra wo ho na etiefu ntio
yo dog said na me chire mu no America no said me chire mu no e free omontokwa omukon ye na omode tete omontem na omukabo mu no abro mbeka bo mu no omo ye omadwen se obi o se oba beka union no ho anaase obeka United States of America no eyese wo so no ye ma otumi bi a obetimi dia kire se de ye di si omampani na ene se de ye de hyemra enti sa tumi no se be ya bibite se Vermont no population near 690,000 no one California or what 39 million no California go from Ghana so say be ye nyina ntimi ka say ye gina tipen crosso na yakwa yi ayi nti achichem yaso nipa dodo na wo ho no ene ye maw nipa e beto aba na de yi ompani no enti California has 54 electoral votes. Vermont has only 3. I know the nti yato aba na ewie no state no wa wo be wini state no popular vote no say yato no Ghana ha no wo na wa wini the state so state a omote asese so onya wini the electoral vote ni nyina be ma no so California for instance who wini California automatically almost 54 electoral vote no ya wo dia but California is a blue wall state. Democrats and a bibi omu wini and California no yen kase a toss up and as a battleground and as a swing state a blue wall state and you know moka near when it says a twelve bani we are ya kika Democrats omuma omunya ya do send your fees on bitmenya California and him say they are Democrats ni be win into 54 number near kaya now what ba states are almost your name so among the other Republican in West Virginia Ohio you say they are your friends say Republicans ni be win now so they come on and na me kire mo say you cry enya nto aba ni nwie no omo kire say Democrats electoral votes Democrats were 226 Republicans were 219 and omo nyina kun se be ya omo baba ko do 270 no 270 no electoral vote no se unya mufa ebro so a ene na yeso wanwini edini nya 538 unya 270 na so unya more than half of it na dey win enti sa state where aka na betima call red and as a blue no and no battleground state na say states parties ni mienu no and as a candidates ni mienu no omo ko so benya sa state wey abeka omo de onom de akwakodu 270 no. Now issues na air drive these states are different. Oko you say Pennsylvania cost of living is very high. Or more economy. Any number one thing for Pennsylvania because cost of living Pennsylvania is very high. And at the same time unemployment is also hitting them. And the issues that you see in Pennsylvania is totally different from Michigan. When you go to Michigan right now, Michigan used to be a blue state, but Donald Trump won it. And then a swing state or battleground state. But the issues in Michigan now, one, Michigan has a high Arab population. A more high Arab population. And you know, Israel and Gaza and some you know, Arabs no, more food donat Joe Biden, Kakra and Harris. But at the same time, more auto industries no. Auto industries no enyadie. But for the first time in the history of America, no, time auto industries no, call strike against the companies no. Joe Biden went to join them. Joe Biden joined the auto industries no strike no. And you know, Joe Biden is seen to be a member of the workers group. Even though Donald Trump is promising, say, obey ama auto industry na your wall no. There is some softness for the Democrats based on the support Joe Biden gave to them. Now, when you go to Arizona, for instance, Arizona's issue is different. Arizona is close to Mexico. Because Arizona is close to Mexico, the immigrant population is high. And because of that, ama immigration, about one of the top issues. And let's bear in mind, and Chai in America, Emranenka, Omode Bo and my home buying. My friend Roe versus Wade, and as Roe v. Wade. And Chai in the Supreme Court, America fortress say Donald Trump, Abraham Obeyo Mampenino, or appointing more Republicans. Omo etu samrani gui. Nanka mrane womu se oba sebi unfe fro na se pese akra no obema akra na nyini ni awuna utimi ema ho kwan koya abortion. Eye emra naturally the Republicans, the conservatives sabi omo so omo na omo ye Christopher na so omo free Christos omo support samra no. Democrats who are the liberals tend to support that. And just a few way no, and the Supreme Court etu samra. Two, when Donald Trump was a president, Donald Trump expressed interest about support to national ban for abortion if the child is up to 20 years. Not up to
8 months.
20 weeks. 20 weeks. Obama ban it. And Harris is somebody that they know has been fighting for the woman's right to choose. So either so be kipu akrana and I say on kipu akrana.
Muhammano how na kakra. Yo. Prof, what you mean? Yo. What you mean? Mamenko Dr. Ochiro Doc ene yenimuni ekoso wa America nyina ongefi aseto aba yehwe ne ekoso na wohwa lessons ben na wo ho emayen yenga yewo Africa yewo Ghana lessons ben na wo ho yemfemfi ase na afi yinwuram
Well, lessons and Bakuna say person make sure say democracy will always reign supreme. And Takwa here etimne akame. And ya high ya family de be any floating home corner by a cocky fit. Near Kakushia and Crawford na kwa and Takwa na kwe 2 to 20 idea. And Fata. I think by and large, they have come a long way. And in Padodoana, so all other democracies will have to learn from them. But before Metwasa, Ubisa assembly about this electoral, college system. Now, I'm say there are principles a genus woman set it up and Prof Kakra. But me person me be a social ma ni Padodoana so. Atiasi, on say, yeah, no, a unitary state, anomodian, a federal. And philosophy behind this electoral college, founding fathers, a designing at the end in such a way say per se president in terms of addressing the needs of the entire country. Until no, almost share in such a way say electoral college state way do do state way do state way do so that in terms of development, and favor only heavily populated areas. Because Omutidi say direct popular elections could lead to tyranny of the majority. And in the say we are here complaining about winner take all. Nanka enye nwa say ya to ya bewie 2020. Na ekuomi no obi antini enya majority. But you just had one person saying say me kokose with the one that had the presidency, so to speak. Then it means to say all resources, control of it, afa. The other half, they have nothing. And omu say direct popular elections, it will lead to tyranny of the majority. In Tinabanasana, smaller states, any rural areas, could easily be overlooked. So densely populated areas in a unitary state like Ghana, Osha, Ponce, and Pembe, they get more development than the other, districts or regions. So you can mention Greater Accra region. You can mention, Ashanti region. You can mention, Western region and so on and so forth. Into what you say, but yes, it was to prevent things like that. So that in as much as Cropper said, on crop for an electoral and also in terms of distribution of resources, they ensured to say this electoral college system prevented things of that nature. And in terms of federalism, almost say key principles.
Then a Juma pan way.
Pacho say. Bisabio.
College in then Juma pan way. Wabatunum.
There's a possibility so to me we need popular vote, but the electoral college, in the fighting for civil war it was to ensure unity. And in Tinakwa to say, yeah, obaya mamua, yananum, aquacono, omuquaconoa, no muinia, no machi chiripro, no messiaconia, na baba yam, and it said, no, didn't moja any edugu hono. He must have a stake. And I think, say, one model Sawe system on the ancient Roman system, the senatorial system, the army system, what they built was what they call democracy. That, contribution, your status in the state was dependent upon Miaode Eba in terms of contribution. I don't know what they talk about, the key principles under the philosophy under the electoral college system. And they said, almost the division and sharing of powers, to ensure that division and sharing of powers between state and national government. And I'm also making sure that there is that representative democracy. And citizens, by electing representatives to make sure that decisions on their behalf, are rather taken directly by those whom they will elect as lawmakers. And the electoral college system is also to ensure, keenly they protect minority interest. Minority interest. In our case, in our electoral system, which is supposed to have been a lesson, I'll see from the minority interest is always run aground. We say, your parliamentary democracy in power. The minority will have their say, but we, the majority, will have our way. Though it has its own challenges and controversies, I think by and large, and I'm making sure the states are more united, always remain as such. Since electoral college system no.
American system na. First of all, your friend voters and never quite to aba. No electors. Na sa electors no one electoral college no. Na sa electoral college no ekujina ho atoaba the president. Na obi bebi sa say anka voter na to na ba wi a aden na electoral college no ko yi president mame so what you say nti wo de betoto ye ndi hu ankrofo kese wonden like system. The ordinary voter no otoaba indirectly na electoral college no na otoaba nkasa yi president no yo enti wo de toto ye ndi hu ha yang ne yende na ye correct yang ye to yang aba direct ni nga ye president ye mfa nkofa college bia so wo hwe na bia na eteden
oh say mama yesu ye wure mfi say ye system a combination of the American and the Westminster system and intino the fi say ebedia boy and we deal with the popular vote ebedia boy and no na ye fa omo de no it is in relation to the founding of the state. Into no philosophy ni a bit different. Ana untimi mfa akwa enkwa yo hen emani nye yana nanu mo ku age oman no e esi wo state ndi esi wo no you cannot do away with their contribution. And you know omo the essence of it no say no ejina ho ama sa to me no any unitedness no de bia no they very very important. And I wo share omo potai no say they don't want a situation popular vote create tyranny. It is very easy to create tyranny. And I'm going to say, yeah, dear, no, a sinto woman say. Imagine say, ya to aba, nani padudu say, atu aba say, na mot me in your parliament apai, nani pa ba koko say, then suddenly everything turns to one person, and it is all winner takes all. In their system, the minority were interested, by that electoral way in the processes, I am maintained and protected. And that for me is crucial. Very crucial. And, we may go the popular way. And you see, the popular vote, article. That's an article.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm a telling cousins here.
What won abana? Ubi e nya 270. Intina abana pai. Ebana sa won ankasa nso electors no electoral college no kwoto abano na won ayi ayo mampanin no won akubreak sa atai no. Na nya no bia na ehu a yeto na first round yenganya president yeko run off anya no bia ni
say asase no wasambisa no because the network na twitwasi and tmante
me fiase bio
hello fiase bio
doc what am ka
metewonka
yo me bia what about America obi anya 217 yo anunti na say ete say what for kwan bi so na wato na we president ahanso yeto bia yeto a yenya winner nti yeso ye for kwan bi so na ye ko second round na yeto na ye hwe bi na enye the same thing.
Well, it is not about say bia about workeke say bia apai mu ache na yakwa ewe e wo se nya abatoɔ no ɛho mfaso dia no ɛno ne esinto a wɔyɛ die no mu so ya wɔ kwan bi a network die ɛde okay
wo hwɛ nia ekoyi a obi bisawo mesa question ni gina ho ade na America to aba na ɛsɛ hawo yɛn ye dwenhu ye ntiri tu afiso lessons ben ade ben ni betume asua ɛwɔ America be ya wotwe na yere ko akoto aba 7 December den ni betume asua de aba kan ye ndi ho ne yan aye na ahye ne ma
osua hu bebre
ebi ni na wan
ebi meka kakra baako ne se ense ehye yenkran na yehu se democracy ana se kebinaminka bi abembu no
yo
obia ni honoma ne de no eye perfect obia de etosin kakra sabio yen bibrim hanom no ekwa amaho bebre so Sierra Liberia countries bebre ekobaya efi elections and elections nti enam so na say queen by na say yesua ne hu say and yes simple America say one last elections asana ya worry ye ne kan a problem wo wie no Trump lucy is also on lucy na won awiem yet is asem we bibrim hada and they say hu say yen ko na sebe election kan no asem nti yen hye yen hu nkran na yen so yen decide na so yes ebibifu yen to me in elections na mom no den so bia sua kwankwa or the be sade no nti esi efi won chance be bia ye perfect efi so sa yaw na kasa twi ni ade a ye kan ye mpe no won so ye bi sabio Trump de awucha oba no mpoa campaign mu nsem bebre nti esi hu say yet to sin wa kwampi so de na so democracy no obi and do perfect stage here yen nyina say boy ho modern na ye ko yen nim eni ya de sia ba kwa me feel say say yesu afi won chan two yesu afi won chan so say why elections are won sorry nka say made in kunim we ye din kugu say wo my electoral commission no and body ku aye in charge no na e kire nya we din kunim eni nya we din kugu na wa won bo ho sabran ka say wo na we ye una wedding queen there is say yesu afi won chan ni ntinsu a question obi say ba concern say all America election for year ho America we are nyina no wan be your men bia okwan bi so wo sen men bia na say asem si wo honoma enye susan so wo ba bia we are say afana nyina sikani ahode ni akodi awowo no so so no esen o men bia de nti ena fi so yen Ghana no ye de won digwa ye to ye fi won chen ye to yen koko na yen nyama nso ma won nti asem si hono ma e kan yen won so na wo boy wo my aid among our my aid wo my mmoa na ye de jan yen nan so no e ho hia pa se ogbonreka say 40% of yen budget no if outside sources na America di makonim pa won a wo boa ye nya sika afi bia de buya ma na America ka ho enti enenti e bisi hono bia no e fa ye ho
doc den na we hu American system ma uje di se eye nanka yetumi fa bi ba ye ndima e ba yen
oh ni me pi wo hono ma se ye fa ye e bi ni sa democracy ya meken
yo
esi ehun se esi ekoso yet to sing the but once what to sing obi eni ono ma o ye perfect ye in the say ko yen kabila minka free speech ese no so yetumi ye kabi and na once no institutions work ni ameka na otwum ne say je share what dia to say what ye bibia no ekoso pepepe Trump born na ho saban say o win last elections no na institutions when you say judges bibia ye pepe ma bibia dedi institutions work bibia ye neja pepe na na say you share fi won chance yes institution say yen court yen press media bibia be na juma say bibia koso a president no nko an to me ye bibia they say you share no fi won chance and I say yen man for no so no citizens ordinary people yen ye o man no so yes say ye ma ye ni ku politics ho na bibia rekoso ye de yan adwene na ye ni di achi na bibi nkoyi ya yaka ye demonstration na say yaka na won a we di enso na hu say won to fire keke say ye we na sabi ye ni da ho ye manyama ntosi
problems bang na we hu wa America we dey say ye boy ho bang fi sa de no
ba ko ne we intolerance. Say eya say when na we na obi di onye kabinam ka bia man no ten bia no you have opponents. Say ten bia no what ye bibia obi na obesi akan. Say kabinam ka bia banete. What can say obi so can say. Na mo na see who say so obi na when ya adwene a enche say your tamfo. And I never say you so be no in junior and Chester your town for. So we are MPP, no be NDC, and Chester we are town for. No moment, no madrona and Kobako will be Hunkeke and Yanni. And there's some who say, Mark Kensi, the Mulisia Kakaja pray to me, now so many are town for. And there's some of them we are town for. Now more yena a trash, and then I just say, me first I say a chef you want chair. Why are we in and so being children to prison. Bakube win, Bakube lose, we are no way. Again, Mrana Juma. Mrana Juma. What tiny panel cry, say Mrana Juma. When Yanni, I will pay a Mrana Juma. And so I didn't say, I'm a CF American flag, say, a CF you want chair.
Right. Professor Noti, statistics, modeling, no Huniama. So we share near course America, no Huniama. Then you bet me CF American. Send what predicted elections and what model elections are able to make near the Abayan ha. And Pembe brain over here and higher. Won't say if you have got to a bar, and then you pay busy young couple on Wakasa, and young from so. Nemum, Usia science a cry, young Usia science to a modernity Akasio. What's the scientific knowledge in a universal, na a verifiable. It just say, Ukobia sanity. Na unsu di okwanga wode shares animu de na unsu bekwa kuduo yo se obi di sunsun bi ehunene so na wa hu se na babekwa ye nyina ntumi ni achi ebize meme wo we mentemansum me hu mani so then na wo hwe American system no na ye betumi asua wo ho in terms of predictions modeling ye de baha ebeboyen.
Oh, nyama bebre.
Bobo bi ni enti.
Ba ko ni say almost systems are ewo ho no. Systems no work. Enti say u building model na say problem ba model no kra in terms of prediction na you know the source. Enti you can correct it and later on deploy. But yan de no I am say problems kakra wo yen hihye no enti eya ntem bi no senia ebia prediction no bekọ no enye sa na ebesi but we are open, we are still learning. Meno your predictions are here is based on the American swing analysis omoye in previously.
Yes.
Ena yensu yes ya enti eya to de bia yes ya de omoye no na ye dia ye mfato na yensu ye dia improve ye die no.
Wo feel say political parties e wo Ghana han ehun be hia say wonya sa experts no to say mo amoye statistics no mathematics no no wo boya na wotume boya ne predict elections na ebem if say many we ni say elections no e scientific na akwan no nga predict obia follow ma basabasa
yeah reduce it sa basabasa yo no because wa wonim say prediction no enko ma ho enti ya vote na say anko ma ho a wa wonim just say wa go throw exams wa wonim say questions are ye bisa o yi want to be answer and a results aba what if wa wonim enti eno no it depends our understanding of the electoral system. And me hun say say ye besua dia omo ye no.
For the political parties in so which me sua sanime.
Ese omo sua.
Yo.
And they should engage some of us. Yeah, want him there wo statistics. They should get closer to us. We can assist them.
And then I'm doing one of me be say, into brain son ye, to say Ghana, to say Eugene, you be to me say a quack elections are statistics, political science, any allied groups with my transit. I you one prediction what the other trouble thing. Over the brain son says yes, Adam.
Oh, yet to me, yeah, but in Prempi, you know, on say, building model now. As I say, ukwa bonti, usia bonti, so na collect data. But and only asem no, because ebia wunya sika no dosu, sika yedi collect sa information, a dosu. Oh, enti anka yetimi yedi sa na yedi boxi dia existing data ni kan, ena dia ube collect na udi account. And you can do a better prediction.
Ninti Americans and if you say some science no ebe more some Americans way nkrofo adwene fi obi so dai obi hu nani so na fe oyi say me na me win what won anu na keka no am attention ba form
I know they me faso
me get say ye kono sa but my last one problem ben when who American won modeling the statistical predictions and no when ama wo fro say eno nso emwa nti say yere copy bibi a yenhwe ni yo
no on say every modeler ube building no assumptions also and say we see na say we see na say we see say na beba no and say amba no saa na try say ebia assumptions are uye no you were wrong in the first place and na eba no saa no and sometimes we building model na say we deploy na say prediction na ankoya say you should come back and reflect and see why you went wrong. Last 4 years America omutu abano say prediction go the other way around and it is possible say anebabano but you should be able to reflect and then you will check say oh I don't know 20 and a 20 na ban
so to make sure near this sad in about
this sad in about
all right Professor Note mamen call Professor Brinya ho Prof Mbacho wo so ya mamento nka Prof nia ye hwe America ne ama ekosu yeo wuje di say wo the America politics echi ache ebe pai make ebe pai a nia mbeze mbizan say oba ku benya 270 vote na say elemaso okay mamen ko Dr. Machin Dr. Machin wo hwe ni America ekosu a mamimisa wo 270 na etiso ba kunya na wadi no so ebeba so anema so
baso enya dia ebeba
den na wahu na yenhu ye den na wate na yente ye
omo can say too close to call any there omo aka by the end of the day no a winner will be produced in fact omo answer sanjidi say the be ha obi lose no benya no hontiase no there should be a clear winner omo anjidi sa na omo enso enim say generally uncertainties be bre ewo system no because benya e can be but kwa me dey can ho this issue I think even that one because benya talk about it Democrats no omo support base no be bre aye punch the support base of the Democrats aye punch on two grounds. One, economy no ensure that nyina ne naso yi papa ewo states be bre and Donald Trump take advantage say or no betimi ama American economy no gyina ne naso and the youth one more enyumasem or houses here omo betimi e di gidie up to Donald Trump also. Likely, so they have also announced that this time around about 8 million youth and almost capture them to be about 1/5 of the whole voters. And you know, I'm from they'll be voting for the first time. These people that I'm talking, members of the youth, who will be voting for the first time, roughly, capture them to be 8 million. And one more challenge by economic issues, unemployment. You know, Trump has come in, and there's a fear that a bit more tilted towards that end. Two, the Arab Americans, and then the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Traditionally, you know, vote to the Democratic Party. For some reasons that we know, they are not voting. In fact, some of them have put themselves together and have been campaigning terribly. Because Donald Trump has promised that war will end within a very short time if he should win, even that of the Israeli-Palestinians. Or say he will, you know, end that war. And at the same time, one of us, I can't watch on the Russian-Ukraine war, he will end it. Indeed, there are those people who this American money, our more pumping good, Russian-Ukraine war, pointless. And that, but for the United States of America, some conflict should not be there. And Donald Trump has clearly stated, say, the minister of the timeline crowd to him, say, Odin Kunimwa war will stop. On how. You know, these are issues in the absence of
Harris, ne record. Woman here in Americans, he need this, what the 2 mana about.
I think it's issue based. Issue based. The way politics need to know. One monolithic sort of variable who can say a major determining factor. Issue based. In the gender issues, the core issue revolves around abortion. The Democrats. You know, issue based. I think the core issues are medical and then American-China relationship, and also a zero into economic issues. The aspect of supremacy, so much American-China relations. One, domestic issues, and then two, international issues. The domestic issues, the economy, abortion, immigration. Also, Donald Trump or edge over the Democrats, because Donald Trump has laid, his cards on the ground that Obey sending all illegal immigrants away, or timeline or specific programmer or Obey deploy or win. Issue based. I think like they are saying, you have to wait, for the some backing kind money in a way. But then say Tibiano, at the end of the day, a clear winner will come out. I don't think it's a best split it. Now I create any issue here.
Say, we should pay takrema. Hina no be winning.
I do it. Very difficult to call. Very, very difficult to call.
Okay, egunza muze juno. Anunti kabibitre no bia. Oka ama obiari nyi wogwan. Aha.
Oh, enya dia mi wa hodia me de be kan bi. Sa America for elections party mean to be enkolo. Me sheda ni bibia dindin a e chere me say we ne bedi nkunima na we ne bedi nkunim. I will not be surprised say obi obedi nkunim bia no. I will not be surprised.
Dr. Amachi ye beda wase so wanya bre na waboa yen. Yensa kan we de bibia no yehia wa ye beto nsafra aseda ye wode da wase.
Ndamase.
Professor Brinyaho, Prof. Yo, wo so ya Prof, say na niema ko America yi wo de wani toto ho a wo hwa then factors na ebe influence voter choices na more ama obaako asen obaako.
Sadly, Dr. Machikan, the issues are different. And as I was saying previously, state biara ne enioma ha omo generally economy no idea a hankofo, but when you go to states like Georgia, our main issue is the preservation of democracy. Sambaka 2020 Georgia na Donald Trump offer phone of fresh Secretary of State in the sense omwa nanka omunya maybe umbetimi they attending the election. So Georgia is also one of the states right now currently Donald Trump ekujina court to say senka America kamima mikebi amemunu obetu. Then when you go to Michigan area and the Arabs, where you have a lot of the Arabs, they are worried about what is going on in Gaza. And then those to the border states are worried about immigration. It's in the adding, but over the turnout as we are hearing now, Emma, this time around, I'm just say, about so far, Emma Topa. This is the first time that they are going to election where Roe v. Wade, I did about same day Supreme Court dia ebeye emra from the bomb mahu by efa abortion how they take decision about themselves. This is the first time and also abeye a keen issue. Several states crown as issue on the ballot or motonwaba. And adding senka. If the pools were anything to go by, despite the closeness of the pool, and the fact that many of the women now, they are concerned about they taking decision about themselves there, then you would want to say that Harris, Abia, an advantage. But 2016 makes it difficult to say because 2016, every poll showed that Donald Trump was going to lose. In the end, every poll was proven wrong. And then it is very difficult now to say, in any case, Trump and for some very confident say win. Kamala and for some very confident win. Yeah, said yeah, and your man oko. Nemum, Adebakwa, me pese, yeah, it you see, in America, they have something they call the red mirage. Friend red mirage and a blue shift. Red mirage in the say, so say, you started to a baffle fra. Republicans, mostly the white people who like to live in rural areas. Areas where the precinct has smaller people. The counties have very few people.
Prof. My was summary 1 minute. Na afi yedi jumedino abewie.
The American United say abano ye besati abuboy Donald Trump ndi anybody kaba. If he said nko forward baby a nipa no so nti abano ebebano na esi odikai na odikai na se efe Democrat dem no ba enam so nko for no do so nti no na esesana Ghana for ye can say be America ye nyoma enam ye hwom 2020 BBC Donald Trump who say ni man ba na ekire dan wo se ewi abanu e Ghana for ye mfa nye hwe hu se eto aba na e bia sebe be bia wo de wo no enyoma no start aba na se ekire nu ko dania me nko hwe say Donald Trump kra na o say oye your friends the older democracy no otimi sorry tina o say anka Emmanuel ya 20 and to miss me kwa koyebi yan twan na bibia nko na wiye na de no kre and papa yo ya giatum
say when your brain wa babo yen yesra say bra bia ye beto nsa be frɛ wo no ye di say obiji awa tu mako Dr. Ochire ho doctor ma wo closing remarks ka bibi kire yen ne akui den na ye betuma fa afim na yedi ababa ye aboya Ghana abatuga ewe yenanimu.
I'm saying no dear, me din kan aka ho asam in my second way no. Nam fi say bia you also going to put me on the spot to say bia na me hwa me shata kraba hwan ne be win but when be same I think we may also have to take a cue from
Mamemfa ento so yo hina na osha obewini.
As a fun say economy, issues of immigration, issues of unemployment near there, then I'm suspecting that Donald Trump is going to win. But if the electorate believe in terms of home democracy to be affected, freedom and other things will be affected because the Democrats are saying certain things like that about Trump there, then probably Kamala Harris will win. But I think that Donald Trump is likely to win this election.
Say when you bring now wababoya no defend me je di say brepam ne yefra wa yebesan yensaka yedawase Dr. Nzakwe my closing remarks 1 minute na yempong
onyameka ne say nia obetumi amankofra koto aba no ono na obeweni they say wo ben wotumi na ya abonta na nia obetumi mobilize the voters to vote no. Now I am most likely to win. But I think it's set to be a close election. The other remark I make, last one is we will be signed for Professor Question for elections. Me say clear kindness say yes America now. The polls are not always correct. In the times past they've often been wrong. Again, they pay more and more attention nowadays to exit poll rather than predictions before the elections. Them says so them say exit poll tend to be more accurate than long predictions.
That's it. Prof.
Yeah.
My summary.
The summary is say baby ebeko bia efa bia ebeko no yedi beye esuan Usha, about election, no, it looks very much close to Yende, no. Trump, Atena Suda. Ghana, dear, no, so Mahama, Atena Suda. Mahama, di 4 years. I even say, on ya some 6 months, be ansana, but on ya 4 years, 1 year 8 years. Trump, nya 4 years ena Democrats no betwe mu Kamala Harris vice president ya to no so aba say ongo gina ohwe Ghana die no so a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia vice president ogina ama MPP enti
no kura na dem Niama se wo ho
ese enti yehwe se na ebeko no na yehwe se yenye de no nso saa na ebeko no ana se nsembe bem
yo am say tiefo aha na ye de dwumadin beba wie ye tietie America fo koto ngaba obi bebi se na America to aba efa ye ho mpanimfu a enne ye to nsafre hu abe kyerɛkyerɛ mu nyina amen se America to aba efa ye ho ne titiri wodo amemu bi wa ha eye nkrofo fa ho de eye human rights akokon wo wiase ene egwadi a na mfofa ewo ye ntem ne ho ne nti America ne yekoso no bibia ne ho hian ezane se obroni bekese wiase nyina aye global village aye oman baako enu nti ne esi wo baako mu no enu ya na ekoba bia megye de se ne ampanimfu akan matie na so pam enu nti munwen ho ne yehwe se ne ebeko na emom yemfa bibi mfim na yemfa meto ye omen ho na yensu ade pa bi na yekoto aba ya ye ne yete na bibia no mom yenkai hu se Ghana ne yaman yeni oman foforo